Alko, wil jy nie net hierdie deur kom toedruk vir my nie asseblief? Dankie. Good morning, Savannah.
Morning, ma'am.
Just waiting for Daniel and Gwilly to show up. Are you okay? You're feeling better?
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, Gwilly. Morning, Gwilly. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Gwilly? Okay, good morning. Let's just wait for Daniel to come. I wonder where Daniel is. Okay, anyway, we'll just wait for Daniel to appear whenever. What about green beans, Gwilly? Anyway, we'll just wait for Daniel to arrive. So today we are doing creative arts. And what is on the sheet that I have to teach you, or what I was given, was that you have to create a character. So Daniel and Ngweli will create a character. Unfortunately, Savannah, you will also have to do this, even if it's anyway. So you will also have to do this, and then just to make it a little not so boring or not so the way it is. You can I'm going to send you something that will give you the format layout on how um novels are written. So that is something that you can read through, and then there is questions at the end. So I'm gonna upload it for you. And then in Gweli and Daniel, you will get to create a character today. He can be, I don't know, anything. Okay, wait, here's Daniel. 1 second. Good morning, Daniel.
Alex?
Good morning. So what I was saying was in creative arts today, you and Ngweli are going to create a character. It can be a comic book character, it can be a Marvel character, any character that you see fit. I will send you the layout on your classroom for your character, and then afterwards we can do what we said yesterday of how you guys wanted to create masks. Let me just upload everything for you on your classroom. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Hmm. Post. Hmm. Okay, Daniel and Igweli, you can go find it on the Google Classroom. Let me just send the classroom.
Is it on creative art?
Yes, it is. Let me just send the classroom to Savannah. Okay, Savannah, please let me know when you are in that classroom and when you've gained access there.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm having the same issue as yesterday where it says class not found again.
Oh, wonder why? Why? Wonder why? Hmm.
Ma'am,
Yes,
what's a bucket list?
I'll explain it to you in 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Let me just help Savannah locate said classroom. Why won't it? And okay, I'm not sure, but Savannah, I'll just send it to you on WhatsApp because I'm not sure why it does that. Ingweli, what were you saying?
What's a bucket list?
Where did you hear the word bucket list?
It's on the page.
1 second, let me just send it to Savannah as well. No, that is okay, there is sent.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, honestly, if I could change your work, Savannah, I would, but I can't. So we'll just go on creating a character's backstory. So before Daniel, Ngwele, and Savannah, before you even create a story, your character will need a backstory. Ngwele, where did you read bucket list? Oh, right there at the bottom, 3 things on their bucket list. That means a bucket list is something that you want to do before you die. So it's like a wish list that you have. Like, I want to go bungee jumping. I want to, I don't know, jump out of a plane. Doing something crazy is what's considered to go on a bucket list. So often when actors take a role or authors are writing, they need more they need to know more about the character that they are playing or the character that they are writing to really get into the state of mind of the character. Yes, Ingweli, do you have a question? No. The background of the character is called the backstory, and this can include things that can happen in the past to the character. So maybe more often than not in fiction stories, there will be a character that's misunderstood, and then they'll explain how he had a troublesome background and how people just don't understand him because of his background. So you can choose a character from a book or you can invent your own, and then you can answer all these questions here. So this will be all their backstory questions: their dream job, their favorite holiday destination, the happiest memory that they have, something that happened in the past that made them stronger. Like what scares them? Ingweli, what scares you?
Dogs.
Dogs.
Then she
Okay.
was down my spine.
Oh, okay, dogs. And then you can write, maybe that's what scares your character. Dogs. Daniel, what scares you?
Got spotted.
No, okay, so Daniel also has arachnophobia. Savannah, do you have a phobia?
Ma'am, I am really scared of frogs.
Oh, that
Um,
would be really interesting considering your interest in insects. But anyway, so yeah, that could be Daniel and I's phobia is the same. So we have arachnophobia. And then I'm not sure what the phobia is called for dogs, but maybe that's just now. Maybe you'll still grow out of it. So, what's their favorite music, their TV show, what they do to relax, who is in their family, if they even like have a family, if they're not like come from an orphanage or something like that, because more often than not, that happens in stories. So, this will just be the back story, like the background on your character. Your character could have superpowers or could be the most evil person alive. It's all up to you. You'll just have to fill in all of these to get a good grip on what your backstory is. So Daniel and Gwili, do you understand? Okay, so you can think about a name for your character and then fill out their backstory. Let's see what I can do for Savannah.
huh?
Yes, Ingwili.
I don't really watch TV shows. I just watch YouTube.
Yeah, then you can put the where it says what's their favorite TV show, you can put what YouTube channel they watch. That is also fine. Savannah, how far have you gotten with the book review, or how far have you read into that book?
And I'm about halfway through the book now.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am,
Hmm?
when will it be holiday?
In November, well, it's the start of November, but mid-November should be about where it should start. Why?
Ma'am?
Are you in a hurry for the holiday?
No, it's just my birthday's on December.
Oh, okay. So I see why.
Yeah.
This would be a cliche, but mm, mm, I'm not sure if it'll open. Savannah, just have a look if that file will open. And then Daniel and Ngweli, what have you decided your character to be? What have you decided you want your character to be? Or have you even thought of a name?
I'm still thinking.
See, I want to be Spider-Man.
Okay, but seeing as Spider-Man is already taken, you can think of something similar.
Spider-Man V2.
Okay, but then would you have the same powers as Spider-Man? Because then it won't be your own character. It'll just be Spider-Man.
I'll add some more powers.
Just like what? What powers?
He like
Yeah, your sound is gone, Igwili.
okay. You know the Spider-Man has like all of the original spiders powers. So I'm gonna add that in the new one and add some more new ones. Like
Like what?
telekinesis.
Okay, okay. And how about you, Daniel?
I'm still thinking.
Trying to find something that doesn't completely work.
Ma'am, so for my story, would I have to create all the characters myself?
Yes. So I'm not sure if you've like been on those sites. What do they call them again? Wattpad and Tumblr and all of that. So when I was younger, I used to be really hooked up on those sites. I mean, some of the stories were garbage, but nevertheless, they made up their own characters and it was kind of fun. And you know the trope, the same trope that they went with. So maybe you can pick a trope, whether it be horror, romance, or whatever, and then just follow the guideline that they gave you there. I am going to give you one more thing just because honestly think that this is not on your level, but just bear with me. Cheek. Just screen print. Okay. Okay. Okay, Ngweli, what are you gonna call your character? It can't be Spider-Man. It should be something else.
I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it to Ready Man.
Which man?
Ready Man.
Weddy Man.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what will his powers be? Will he just be an ordinary, regular guy? If you watched anime, then I could give you so many examples, but since you don't like anime,
Probably like I can fly,
mm,
super strength,
mm,
telekinesis,
mm. You sound like
and
Goku. You sound like Goku.
super speed.
Okay. And then Savannah, do you watch anime?
Yes, ma'am.
And your favorite anime being?
Ma'am, I'm not sure. I like quite a lot.
A
I
lot
think,
being okay. In which is direction are we going? Like the genre of it is.
ma'am, I like a very broad genre. I've watched over 100, so I like quite a lot.
Okay, and the one that comes to mind now.
Um, Ma'am, possibly Banana Fish.
Oh, I haven't watched that one yet. Is it that detective guy?
No, ma'am.
Oh, so no, then I haven't watched that one before. But is that the one of the recent ones that you've watched or
Um, I rewatched it recently, but I first watched it 2 years ago.
2 years ago? And then what else are you watching besides that?
Ma'am, besides that, I'm not sure. I've got a list that I'm busy going through right now.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let me see. Because I know animation is a really good way of building characters, or the way they build some of the characters in animation is very incredible. Because Haikyuu is my favorite, that generally just led me to go to the Kokaro's basketball or something, and Haikyuu Academy. I mean, Hero Academy, and the other one. Okay, recently I got stuck on Jujutsu Kaisen, but that's because everybody else was going on about how crazy it was, and the new season to me is just bleh. But anyway, that could also be a good reference. Let me not take up this lesson about talking about anime, because then we'll be talking forever. So Daniel and Ingweli, I think you should watch anime because it'll help you build character. Build a character. Build a good character anyway. Or do you think it's boring, Ingweli?
I don't know. I feel like it's for kids.
I'm not going to take that as an insult because it rubs me in all the wrong ways. But no, it is not. And I don't know what you think it might be, but it's not like that. It's very, very, very developed.
Where do I watch it then?
Yeah, I could give you a site, but I don't know if you'll be able to use that site, or I don't know if you should be using that site. Let me put it that way. But animation is better than any movie you've watched or any show that you've watched before. And I've also read a study that said people who watch animes lead to a higher IQ just because of the story that is being built there. So just take that into. I don't know who tells people that anime is popikis. Who tells people that? You should watch it. It's very. Anyway, I'm not gonna argue. Anyway, you should just give it a try.
Is it on Disney?
Is it on Disney? I haven't watched Disney in years, so I wouldn't really know if it's on Disney. I only watch it on the internet, so I'm not sure. And then again, some of these animations can be really violent, so that's why I can't really give you, like, I know Tokyo Revengers are really violent, so, and Attack on Titan is also not for the range of children. So that's why I can't just give you a site for you to go in, because some of these animes are really violent. So maybe it would be best for now. Maybe when you're a little older, that be something that you can watch or that you can be interested in. But anime consumes your entire life. It's like once you like it, you are there for life. Maybe that's what makes people in. Do you think you are an extrovert or an introvert, Ingwili? Do you know what an extrovert and an introvert is? Okay, so an extrovert is someone who's really outspoken, likes talking, very loud, likes being outside, likes being with a group of friends. Some of the time likes being the center of attention, likes going out to loud places and likes going to parties. That is what an extrovert is. So someone who gets energy from being around people. So if people are around you and they give you energy and you like being outside in the sun, then you are an extrovert. An introvert is someone who likes staying indoors. They like being alone. If they're around people, it feels like their energy is being drained from them. If they're too long outside, maybe in a mall, they get tired really quickly. They feel overwhelmed. That is an introvert. An introvert is someone who likes to stay home, who likes to do their own thing and doesn't like being bothered from outside. So if you would have to say which one would you say you are? And then there's also an ambivert. An ambivert is a mixture of the two. It's more like they're an inner introvert, but for special occasions, they can be an
The
extrovert.
last one you just said.
The ambivert.
Like, yeah.
Okay, so you would like to be alone sometimes, but you also like to be outside. So that is an ambivert. And what about you, Daniel? Do you think you're an extrovert or an introvert?
I
Daniel.
think I'm both.
Both. So then you're an ambivert. So the same as Ingweli. Okay, just by the conversation that have led, I'm going to assume that Savannah is an introvert. I'm just going to wildly assume that. So yeah, Savannah and I are people that like staying at home, doing our own thing, having our own space, and not being around many people. So that is what an extrovert, an ambivert, and an introvert is. So maybe I'm not saying, maybe I'm just gonna guess. When it comes to anime, maybe it's an introvert thing. That's just a 50% guess. Don't quote me on that. There might be other studies to it. Don't quote me on that. Daniel, have you decided what your character will be? Daniel.
A Sandman.
Oh, okay. That is actually a very, very good. And where are you basing your Sandman idea from? Where did you get it from?
I just thought of who was in Mama.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's very interesting. I was thinking maybe you were getting it from, what was that movie's name? Uh, The Rise of the Guardians. I'm not sure if you've watched that before. So I know that you should watch it. It's a really good movie. The Rise of the Guardians, in that movie, there's about, I think, 5 characters, and one of the characters is the Sandman. So that was actually a really good idea. One of the characters there is Sandman. And then what did you say your character would be in Gwilly?
Angry man.
Who?
Angry man.
Ingweli Man, and he can fly and he can teleport and
he
what
can
else?
he can be fast, and
Mhm.
he can also pause time.
Host. Okay. Okay. Let me think of a character that can do all of that. I don't know of one character that can pause time. But anybody else? I would say that was either Goku from Dragon Ball or Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen, or like any of the other Avengers. Any of the other Avengers. Oh, can the Avengers fly? I don't even know if the Avengers can fly. I think one of them can fly. I'm not. And then, as trivial as this is, Savannah, what will your character be?
Ma'am, I don't have any specific traits for the character because I've just been thinking of the story.
Okay, and then what storyline is it following?
Ma'am, like a mix of like sports and romance.
Okay, great, great. That's actually very good. Okay, let me just get something ready for your history lesson. This is a trivial question, but Savannah, I have to ask you this. Have you watched One Piece?
Ma'am, I started, but I stopped at like episode 10.
Has anybody encouraged you to watch it? Is that why you watched it?
Yes, ma'am.
So it was like a friend that told you to watch it.
Kind of, ma'am, because back at my boarding school, we all kind of watched it as a dorm.
Oh, as a dorm. And then up to what episode? Because I personally have not watched it, and I'm not going to start because it's over 1,000 episodes and 4 seasons. Like that'll take half of my life, and I'm already old. So I'm not gonna. So whenever somebody says that they are interested in One Piece, I'm like, okay, you can tell me the story Maybe I'll like watch a quarter of it. Because I don't know, even up till now, isn't it still going on?
Yes, ma'am. I think that it is still busy.
That's half my life. Yes. Oh, and then Ngweli, what is Ngweli's man's dream job? Ngweli.
I don't know.
He has to have a job. You see all the
Oh.
adventures. Hmm?
A cafe worker.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Why a cafe worker? Like, you mean like at Starbucks?
Yeah.
Why do you want it to be a cafe worker?
I don't know. It just feels nice.
Do you think it would be interesting?
Yeah. Yeah. Because when I watched
Saving.
the Spider-Man movie, I don't
Oh,
know, but he still at a cafe work. He was
you worked at a cafe?
a cafe worker, I think. Oh, well,
Oh, I think I only saw like a piece. You mean that girl that worked at the cafe that was his friend?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I only watched like that small piece of it. Okay, cafe worker, that's interesting. And Gweli man, saving lives one cup at a time. And then Daniel, what will your character's favorite or dream job be?
To become a cleaner. A cleaner.
A cleaner.
Yes.
And then why a cleaner? These are interesting jobs.
He likes it.
Oh, he likes it. So what
Mhm.
does he clean houses or does he clean offices?
Houses and office.
Okay, that could be interesting. Does your character have any like special powers or abilities, or is he just like a regular Jim?
I'm still thinking about it.
Okay, so that would be interesting. Okay, and really, what have you added to your character? What have you added? When's his birthday?
I've added like I've added like the birthday,
Hmm?
also the bucket list,
Hmm? When's his birthday?
December 26.
Isn't that when your birthday is?
Yeah.
No. And what's on his bucket list?
There's something crazy on it.
What's on it?
To die and live again.
Okay, that's a that's a interesting experience. Maybe if he gets like um given CPR or what they use a defibrillator on him, he can die and come to back. That is actually very possible. But first, the scary part is that he would have to die. So, what else is on his bucket list?
Then just to save the city.
No, okay. Is this what would be on your bucket list? What would be on your bucket list?
That's what on my bucket list.
On your to die and live again.
I'm basically making a superhero for me.
Oh, okay. So let's not. I hope one day you don't have to die and come back, because that would be an extremely scary position to be in. And then what's the last thing on your bucket list?
To probably
Mm.
to probably either get a video game console
I thought you
or
already had one.
another one. Just
Another
in
one.
case the other one breaks.
But you see, when you have a bucket list, it should be something you'll only experience once in your life, something that'll be you could get a gaming console every other Tuesday, but it should be something that you can do only once in your life. Like, so you can say, I did this before I got old or before I died. So you should think of something like
Skydiving.
yeah, like skydiving or something like that. And then Daniel, what would be the three things that are on your bucket list?
To go visit Australia.
To visit Australia, and what else? Just to visit Australia?
Yes.
You need
And
more.
to
And
achieve
what?
my
To treat?
dream one.
To treat your dream? Your dream what? It keeps breaking up, so I can't hear.
My dream job.
Oh, okay. And then lastly, Savannah, what would be the three items on your bucket list?
Ma'am, my three would probably be to move away from South Africa,
That's a very good one.
go to a good university,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that, just settle down with someone somewhere.
These are your bucket list items. This is the strangest bucket list items ever. Do you have an idea of which country you want to go to university in?
Ma'am, ideally, I do have a university in mind that my
Mhm.
dad also wants me to go to, but
Mhm.
it's a very hard one to get into, so
Is it
I
in
need a
America?
reason. Yes, ma'am.
So it's like hard. Is it like Ivy League?
Yes, ma'am. It's
Oh,
Brown.
oh, wow. Okay, but all the best. I really do hope you get into Brown. Um, and I really hope you have a good and safe time in America. But yeah, Brown is Ivy League. But I really hope you get in there. Okay.
Ma'am, I finished the comprehension, so I just sent it to you.
Okay.
And then,
Thank you.
ma'am, can I quickly just get a pen?
Yes, that's okay. Actually, I wanted to say that we can take a break now and then come back at 10:20. 20 past 10. Okay. Daniel. Where is everybody else? Savannah, do you live in South Africa?
Yes, ma'am.
And your next boarding school is also in South Africa?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Ma'am, can I quickly just get another pen
Okay, no
while we're
problem.
waiting for the others because mine died?
Okay, no problem. Okay, Daniel, you're back. How far have you gotten?
Monday 5 and holiday destination.
Okay, I have to wait until you and Ngweli are finished. And maybe we can move on to, oh, actually, you guys wanted to do the, okay, but I'll send it only to you and Ngweli, the how to make your masks type of thing. So then you can get all the material that you need for it. And then we can move over to history. While we wait for that, I can screenshot these. Mm-hmm. Mm. No, what happened to Ingwili? Mm. Oh, Ingweli, you're back. What took you so long?
I was just focusing a lot.
You were focused.
Yeah, and I forgot to turn on the video camera.
No. So how
Yeah.
far have you gotten since you were focusing so hard?
I'm on the third row.
On which question on the third row? Let me see.
That one, the happiness is Mary something.
Happiness is there.
Happiness, like a memory of happiness something.
Oh, their happiest memory is. So that one, their happiest memory is. Mm. 1 second. Let me just close up these windows. Ingweli and Daniel, do you guys still want to do the masks thing? Okay, just tell
Yes,
me.
please.
Okay, so you'll just tell me when you're done with that. In the meantime, Savannah, I am going to send you some comprehensions of history.
9,000 years?
Yes, some of these masks are from 9,000 years. So, but you and Daniel first have to finish the other one. The creative. This is also creative arts, but you first have to finish the other activity before we can move on to here. Hmm. Okay. Mm. Mm. Since you're having trouble with the classroom, Savannah, I had to send your one of your history activities on WhatsApp.
Okay, ma'am.
One second. Okay, Daniel and Ingweli. I need you to get or at least halfway. Do you think y'all can get halfway in the creative arts one in creating your character? If you can get halfway, then we can do the masks.
I'm on your favorite TV show.
Let me see. Oh, okay. So yeah, Daniel is almost halfway. And then Gweli, where are you? Number 5?
One done.
Are you done?
Yeah, I posted it.
Okay, thank you, Ingeli. So
No problem.
since Danny is halfway, we can do the masking, and then Danny, you can do the other 4 or are there 6? I'm not sure. You can do that for homework. Let me just share my screen. Mm. Here we go. Savannah, I'm not sure if you can mute me. If that'll also be fine, so that I can just give this to Penny and Ingoli.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so guys, before you make a masks, do you see all the masks that are on the screen? So before you make any of these masks, there are histories to them, and they have different meanings in different cultures. So let's learn about them before we make them. The history of masks. Masks have been, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about when there was COVID, how everybody had to wear a mask. Masks have been used all over the world for at least 9,000 years. Although their uses and the methods used to make them had varied from country to country. Just 1 second. Have varied considerably from country to country. Let's see. Venice. What do you think this mask is for? What do you guys think this mask is for?
Halloween.
Halloween. It could be for Halloween. So this is masks from all over the world. This one is made in Venice. In Venice. Do you guys know where Venice is?
I think Italy.
Yes, that's actually very right. So Venice is in Italy. In Venice, masks were worn during the carnival. So I'm not sure if they still have the carnival. Have you been to a carnival before in Guelu? Did we have carnivals here in South Africa before? I think we had one. I think I went to one before, one carnival. And I know that there are a few carnivals in Cape Town. This tradition has been around since the 13th century. The masks are made from a variety of materials, from paper mache to porcelain. Do you guys know what porcelain is? Okay, Danny knows what porcelain is. Danny, but Ingweli, do you know what porcelain is? Porcelain is like glass. It's almost like glass. It's a very fragile material. So some of these masks can be made out of porcelain, which is a glass type of material. Let's see. Some of these masks just cover the eyes. So you get that when you go to like a masquerade ball. It's just enough to cover the eyes, while the others cover the entire face or have long noses, colorful feathers. They are originally crafted by, sorry guys, I'm not wearing my glasses. They hurt my ears. But for a masquerade. Let's see. Where do you guys think this one is from?
Mexico.
Mexico, you are absolutely right. So it's David a los Martinas, or the Day of the Dead. I'm not sure if you, Danny, or Ingueli have watched that movie before. It's called, what's that movie called? Coco?
Yes.
Yeah, that movie Coco. So it's about the Day of the Dead, or they go to the land of remembering or something. So in Mexico, they often have the Day of the Dead celebrations where you can wear this kind of mask. But the nice thing about Mexico is they don't normally wear it on their face. They make an extremely big one that they carry throughout the street. So the Day of the Dead masks represents skulls, caverniers, what else? The Day of the Dead takes place on the 1st and the 2nd of November. Oh, so today. I didn't even know that. So today and tomorrow is when the Mexicans are having the Day of the Dead. Throughout Mexico and Latin America, the celebration is a way for people to honor their ancestors who have died. The people who celebrate and often wear masks and often wear costumes go with this mask. Today, face paint is sometimes worn instead of masks because this looks like it could be very difficult to make. Ingweli, do you think you would want to wear something like that?
Huh?
Do you think you would want to wear something like that?
No, it might be haunted with something inside of it.
Like what?
Like a spirit. Then
Okay,
it takes over my body.
it's a very horrific idea. And then how about this one? Where can we guess this one is from?
China.
China, very good. Chinese. The biggest holiday celebration in China takes place over the Chinese New Year. So they don't celebrate New Year's like us. their New Year's falls somewhere in the middle of the year. So they don't really celebrate New Year's like we do because they don't follow our calendar. Takes place over the Chinese New Year. During this week-long celebration, people wear masks based on the animals of the Chinese mythology or to represent an emotion felt by everyone during the celebration. These masks are made of various materials, including paper, metal, leather. The masks are colorfully painted. Do you guys know the mythology, the Chinese mythology, based on the year that you were born? Ingwili, what year were you born again?
2013.
2013. Okay, one second. Let me find out what it is so I can show you. See if I can find it. 2013 is zodiac. Mm. 2013. It's so hard to find. 2013. Okay. Okay, I found it. It is an animal. Can you guess which animal you are in the Chinese zodiac? Say again. I can't hear. I can't hear you.
Doggy.
No.
Cat.
Mm-mm. It's something that doesn't have legs.
A whale.
No.
A fish.
Mm-mm.
Octopus.
Mm-mm. It doesn't live in the sea.
Seal.
Mm-mm. It doesn't have arms or legs. It's just like one straight line.
Snake.
Yes. So in the Chinese year 2013,
But snakes have legs.
do snakes have legs?
Yes.
Where did you learn that snakes have legs?
On Google.
Where?
Snakes
I
have
never know.
legs.
Let
They
me
have
see.
like over 100 legs.
That's not legs. Those are scales, don't you think?
Legs.
It can't be legs. It's scales.
Legs.
See, Google says snakes have no legs. They have scales with which they move, but they do not have vertical, visible legs. See? So snakes snakes don't have legs. Let me see, just so you can see I'm not lying. See? Snakes have no legs. Okay,
Oh.
back to here.
Snakes are so creepy.
They are very creepy. And then where do we think this one is
Brazil.
from? Brazil. During the carnival, I'm not sure if you've seen that famous celebration in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, the carnival that they have. So during Carnival in Brazil, which takes place in the week before Lent, people wear a selection of brightly colored and feathered masks or headdresses. This tradition was originated in the 19th century. Do you guys think you would want to wear a mask like that?
No, I'll be hunted so much.
That's not that bad. It doesn't look like that bad. Do you think you would wear the Chinese one? Do you think you'd
And
wear the
this looks like it was made out of plastic.
But it's not plastic, it's leather.
Leather.
They said that it's made from paper, metal, and leather.
But why
How
are they
about
killing these animals just for a mask?
That's a good question. I'm not sure if it's authentic leather or authentic feathers, but that's what they made. But then again, it's Chinese, so maybe. How about you, Daniel? Which one would you want to wear?
The Chinese.
The Chinese one. Okay, let's see. Where do we think this one is from? This is so big, so big. Look, the person's feet is here at the bottom, and then this is like half of their body is the mask.
Alamaza?
No. It's
see the name.
Yes, that name there.
Yeah.
That name is the Bahamas.
Oh, Bahamas.
The Bahamas.
I thought that was just a vacation place.
It is a vacation place. But see, there are people who are originally born in the Bahamas, so they are native to that land. So people don't just go there for holiday and to just relax. There are people there who are born there, who live there every day. So they also have their own traditions, their own festivals, and their own celebrations. So this is the mask that they wear. Let's find out why they wear it. Although the origin of the mask worn in the Bahamas is not agreed upon by historians, the Jacaranda mask is always a part of their Boxing Day or New Year's Day celebration. The design is made up of various materials and size and colors, but they are normally very colorful, and parts of them are for their full body costume. The masks are worn by street performers who dance through the city streets. So they go throughout the city streets dancing, and even though they are not sure where it originated from because it's not agreed upon by historians, this is the mask that they wear on Boxing Day or on New Year's. So how you normally celebrate New Year's? How do you normally celebrate New Year's in Gwili? Fireworks. And then where do you go? Do you go somewhere or do you stay at home?
We stay at home and we light it like by the road-ish.
Oh, you see, so that's what you do on New Year's. So people in the Bahamas dress up in full costume, wear very big masks, and walk throughout their streets.
I can see the head.
That big shape is the head, and then this is the person's feet. Wait, this is the person's feet here at the bottom. So
I can see the head like by the mouth.
Where? Oh yeah, you can kind of. I imagine this mask would be very, very heavy.
Imagine.
Let's see, masks around the world. And then where do we think this one is from?
Australia.
Not Australia.
This is Australia.
That's not Australia.
That's it.
Yes, Daniel?
Isn't it Austria?
That's Austria. So Australia and Austria are two very different places. Australia is the place with all the dangerous animals and all the dangerous creatures where they have a nice
that looks like a dangerous creature animal.
Yeah, but that's not a real creature. That's just a mask that the Austrians wear. Austria is somewhere close to Switzerland, so somewhere in the European regions, and then Australia is way down south, way down south. That's where Australia is. So in parts of Austria, there is a tradition of wearing masks based on a local folk tale. Do you guys know what a folk tale is? Daniel, do you know what a folk tale is?
No.
Okay, a folk tale is just like a story somebody made up that they're not sure if it's true, and it has come throughout the years. So let me think of like a South African folk tale that's not true. Something like, you know, the boogeyman, or that's like a folk tale, something that they used to say to scare children. So it's something that's not real, has no evidence to prove that it's real, but it's come throughout history that parents have told their children and children have told their children, and so forth and so on. So these monsters here in Gwili, they're not real. They never existed. It's just a folk tale in Austria, a local folk tale. The folk tale
Really
tells
scary.
It does. The folktale tells of a horned demon, Kamprust, who perishes naughty children. Do you see? This is something that parents tell their children in Austria so that their children don't misbehave. So, yeah, it's about a demon who punishes naughty children at Christmas. The festival is called Krampastian, and takes place in early December. Oh, so it's going to take place like next month. Each year. Part of this is where people wear scary horned masks, like the one in the picture, made to look like the demon. So it is made up of wood, goat, sheepskin, and the hope of
Sheepskin?
some. Yes, yes, sheepskin, and the hope is that these demons will scare children into behaving well. So this is
Don't
what
scare me.
it doesn't scare you. It doesn't look scary to you.
Does look scary to me, but don't scare me.
Do you think if you saw that in the middle of the night?
Oh, I'm screaming.
And how about you, Daniel?
And I
How
was
do you?
okay. Let's say I sit in the middle of the night and I was
Mm,
watching a very scary movie,
mm,
very scary video.
mm.
I'm screaming as loud as I can.
And how about you, Daniel? Does it look scary, or does it just look okay?
Doesn't look scary.
And if you saw it in the middle of the night, what would you think?
I would be scared.
You guys would be scared if you saw it in the middle. And then how about this one?
Oh,
Where is
if
this
I saw
one?
both of them, I'm gonna pass out.
Which one is scarier? This one or this one?
This one.
And then Daniel, which one do you think? This one or this one?
8 or 9.
The other one.
This one. Okay, Daniel says this one. And then Quilly says this one. Can you guys go guess where this one is from?
Veneris.
Almost. And you guys take a guess.
San Francisco.
So it says Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Close though. I'm gonna give it to you close. So this one is from Venezuela.
Venezuela. I don't see a
Venezuela.
W. I don't see a W.
No, there is no W. It's Venezuela. Venezuela. So that's just how the pronunciation is going. In Venezuela, in the city of San Francisco de Yara, near the Caraza, there is a festival called Diablos Danzias. which is held each year to celebrate the triumphs of good over evil. As part of this festival, elaborate masks of winged dragons are worn by the Confedera. Confedera, I'm not sure what the Confedera is. I think it means by people who are in charge. A performing group. Ah, okay, so it is a performing group. These masks take a long time to make, sometimes longer than a year. The masks have been worn for the festival since the 1700s. You can't believe a mask this ugly takes 1 year to make. A mask this ugly takes 1 year to make. I wonder what it's made of that it takes so long. It looks like it's stitched together. But okay. So, Ingweli, if you see this in the middle of the night, just lie very still.
I'm gonna cry.
Just lie very still.
I see it right next to me.
Mm. Okay, and then these are? Can anybody?
Masks from Africa,
Very
made
good.
out of wooden.
Yes, they are made out of wood. So in Africa, masks have traditionally been used in rituals, marriages, and funerals as part of ceremonies. The masks are all handmade using materials found in nature, like wood and clay. Masks are decorated and painted with natural pigment and paints, sometimes with dry grass, flattened metal, strips, and seashells are made to decorate all these masks. Many African masks are good examples of the use of symmetry and the shape of art. This is very true. I think a lot of these masks are in museums. Not our museums, but British museums and American museums, which is a wonder how they got them. Just a wonder how they got them. Let's see. Oh, we're still on the masks of Africa. The higher the status of the person wearing the mask, the more valuable the materials used to make the mask would be. Kings and chiefs would have valuable materials such as ivory or gold on their masks. African masks usually represent a variety of animals and human forms. Do you think you would want to wear a mask made out of gold?
Oh, yes. And then I could sit, and then I could become a millionaire.
So you wouldn't just want to wear the mask just because you have it?
Would.
But you wouldn't wear it, you would sell it. Daniel says no, he doesn't want a mask made of gold. Interesting fact. In the 1900s, Pablo Pascal and George Bocuse were famous artists who inspired a collection of African masks that have been brought to Europe. It's inspired African masks, but they take it to Europe as a part of an expedition. The influence of the use of angles, lines, patterns, and geometric shapes on the masks are clearly visible in their work that they produce. Let me see. Do you guys think this mask is worth millions? I mean, it might be worth millions. It might be. We're not completely sure. Let's see.
It's a piece of art.
That's true. That's very true. So it might be worth millions since it was made by Pedro
By a
Pascal.
famous person.
By Pedro Pascal.
And it is what is it? What do you call it? It's like the older it is, the more
Yes.
valuable it gets.
That is very true. That is absolutely very true. So the older it is, the more valuable it is. So that does make it like a relic or a ruins, the more valuable it becomes since it was made in the 1900s. So let's see. Masks of today. Masks are still popular today, although they are still worn in festivals that we looked at earlier. They increased in popularities because of superheroes, of comics books that are regularly seen across the silver screen. For a superhero, a mask is an invaluable tool to keep their identity a secret. And also wrestlers wear masks. What's that wrestling thing called on television?
WWE.
Yes, that one. So I don't know who wears a mask there. Is there someone that wears a
Roman
mask?
Reigns.
Does he wear a mask?
I think yeah.
I don't know much about wrestling, so I wouldn't really know if they wear masks there.
Oh
But
no. I thought John Cena wore a mask.
No, I don't. What I've seen of him, I've never seen him wear a mask before. But I'm sure there's someone in the WWE that wears a mask. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
So who else can you think of that wears a mask in today's time?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. And Daniel, who else wears a mask?
Superman.
Who?
Superman.
Superman. Does Superman wear a mask?
Yeah.
What mask does he wear?
It's not that much.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one like these kids that are wearing, but it's orange.
Orange. I didn't even know.
The kid is like.
So I didn't even know. Oh, you know who else wears a mask? Batman. Batman also wears a mask.
Also Superman.
I don't think Superman. The only disguise Superman has is those glasses that he wears when he goes to work. Those where he works at the reporter place. He only wears those glasses.
Oh, wait. I'm thinking of the one that has the badge.
Badge?
Like
Which badge?
on her waist.
Badge on her waist.
Wonder Woman.
Does
Wonder Woman.
Does Wonder Woman wear a mask?
Yeah.
No, isn't it also? I think she also wears the same as Superman. They only wear glasses.
No, they don't.
Let's see if Wonder Woman wears a mask. I don't know if Wonder Woman has a mask.
No snakes. No snakes.
1 second. See, does Wonder Woman wear a mask? No.
But she wears that thing over here.
She wears a crown. That's her crown thingy, but it's not covering her face. So it's not covering.
It is covering her face. It's covering her forehead.
It's covering her forehead, but if you see her, you will still know who she is. So they said there in the information that superheroes wear masks to keep their identity a secret. So if you saw her somewhere, you would still know who she is because it's not covering her face, so it's not protecting her secret identity. Who else?
You never know, she might have a third eye.
Third eye. Let's see with Batman. See, Batman's entire face is covered, so you can't guess.
Not his entire face.
Yes, not his entire face, but most of his face is covered. So only his mouth is open. But looking at him, you won't be able to tell who that is. You won't be able to say who's under that mask there. Let's see with Superman.
Let's see what.
Superman also doesn't wear a mask. It's just his face.
Wait, what?
It's just his face. There's no mask there. It's just his open face. So we'll have to think about who else wears masks that we can say. It is an important role of the mask to help the audience instantly recognize the wearer of as a superhero. So whenever you see someone wearing a mask, you'll generally just assume that they are a superhero. So do you guys think you want to make a mask now after I don't know what happened to Daniel. After learning about all these masks.
Ma'am,
Yes.
can we head off early?
What do you mean head off early? You mean leave school early?
Yes, please.
I'll think about it. Don't worry. I'll give it a generous amount of thought. Let me see if I
Because I
can
really want to
find.
play games. And
That
also eat.
since you are hungry, we just 1 second before I answer you. Savannah, are you still okay? Or do you need another activity? You're still okay. Okay. So Daniel and Ingwili, you can make a mask based off of what we learned today. And we still need to learn about the history of chocolate. So how about this? How about you take a break? But you come back at 11:45. And then maybe I'll think about leaving early. How does that sound, Ingwili?
It sounds good.
Okay, just 1 second. Someone's yes, Ingwili.
Do you know I saw a video of a man putting a engine in a trash can, and then the thing where it picks up the trash. It took the thing and then went into the bucket, and then it was really struggling to push it up in the thing, and then it catched on fire.
Why would he put an engine in the trash can?
Don't know.
Okay, guys, you can take a break and then you can come back at 11:45.
Okay, fine. Now I get to eat food in peace. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hello.
Hello, 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 hello. Okay, 1 second. Let me go out here. Where's my bucket? Okay. Let's see. Oh, it came out well, Savannah. Your curl came out well. Let me see if I can find. There we go. Let me upload it for you on your Google Classroom of History, Daniel and Gwili. Just 1 second. Let me put it up without the answers. Okay. Mm, right. Mm. Okay, that should be all in Google Classroom. History. Mm, classwork. And okay, here we go. So create material load. Right. Choose screenshots. Please do. Daniel and Ingweli, please go to your history Google Classroom. I posted something. Let me know if you see it. Create this. Mm, mm, Monday, even though I'm not sure I'll be here on Monday. Okay, tell me if you've got it. And then Savannah, are you finished with that?
No, not yet, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so Ingwili says he has it, and then Daniel also says they have it. Then let me just share my screen. Move. Okay, so it is this one that Daniel and Ingwili. Ingwele, can you see? Okay. I'm not in the mood to argue if you could see or not. So this is the one that you guys chose yesterday, which is the history of chocolate. And then right here at the bottom, there are questions that you need to answer. I uploaded the questions on your Google Classroom as well. And then I just left out the answers. So would Daniel and Gweli, do you want me to read it for you, or do you think you can read it alone?
You can read it.
Should I read it, or would you read it? Because I'm not hearing Daniel.
Yeah,
You can
you
read
should
it.
read it.
Oh, okay. So the history of chocolate bars, chocolate ice cream, chocolate milk, delicious, but where does it all come from? Just give me 1 second. I'm struggling to see anything.
I can see everything bright and clear.
It's nice to have young eyes, isn't it? It's very nice. Fortunately, my eyes are old, so I can't see well. I just don't wear it because the headset's pressed down on these things and it hurts me. Okay, that's actually
Why
so
don't you
much
just
better.
use tissue?
Why don't I just use what?
Tissue.
I'll try. I haven't tried it, so I can't really say if it doesn't help or not, but I haven't tried it yet. So let's see. What's the time now? Okay. Chocolate. Okay, Daniel and Gwilly, do you know where does chocolate come from?
Depends.
Depends how.
Like some chocolates can come from Italy.
Okay, but do you know how it's made? Like all chocolates are made the same way, or they come from exactly the same thing?
They made
You
by
think
like
it comes from a fruit? You guys?
Probably.
Probably. So yeah, you're probably is right. Chocolate is made from a fruit of cocoa trees. Starting about 10 million years, 10 million years ago. Let's see, 10 million years ago, the Oplics of Mexico were probably the first to grow the cocoa plant. It was thought that they used the cocoa beans to make drinks. So it comes from it's a fruit, and in the fruit, there's a bean, and that bean is chocolate. It's just that,
and then they melt it.
yes, but they can't use the bean right away. They have to wait until it's fermented. So that means they have to wait until it's really old. So technically what you're eating is a very old bean from a tree. So they have to wait until it's fermented. The cocoa beans were used to make drinks, but there is no written history for the omelix. I think that's how you say it. Olix. Melix? Well, they
Use it
pass.
for drinks. Because the chocolate you put it in the drink.
These days, we do use it to make a lot of sort of things, but they never said exactly how chocolate was discovered or why it was discovered. It just says they passed their cocoa knowledge to the ancient Maya people of Mexico and Central America, who made chocolate into a spicy drink used in cremations. So they used spicy drinks to use in cremations. Cocoa started to become very precious. Later, the Aztecs used cocoa for trade and the cocoa seeds as a form of money. So do you think you would like to use chocolate as money? Because that's what they did.
No.
You don't think you would use chocolate as money?
But it will melt.
You have a very good point. So I don't really know how they okay, but they had ways to preserve it back then so that it wouldn't melt. In 1502, Christopher Columbus was the first European exploring to come into contact with cocoa beans. When he and his crew captured a trade ship, he presumed the beans were a type of almond and brought them back to Europe. So he didn't really know what it was. He just assumed that they were nuts, some sort of nuts, like almond nuts or cashew nuts or something of the sort, and brought them back to Europe, not knowing the potential and value of the unusual beans. Then the Spanish, wait 1 second. Yeah. The Spanish arrived in the Central America in the 1519. There he saw the Aztec emperor drinking oxula. That's what oxutrala, or that's what they call it. The
Ma'am?
earliest, yes.
Let's say the thing was found like 10 million years ago. How will the thing sound? Because today it sounds like 2023. So how will it sound?
Wait, say again. Your question went over my head. Ask again.
So let's say now the coconut tree or with that had seeds in it.
Mm.
It was found 10 years ago.
Mm.
And let's say how will you call it? Because today today we call it 2023. How will you say it like all the way there?
I still don't think I understand your question. Are you asking if it's still called the same, or if the name changed, or if
Like
the
will
date
it be like 20? Okay, will it be like 11?
What, the date?
Yeah.
If it was found back then.
Yeah.
So according to them, when it was the year that it was found was in, well, they don't state the year that it was exactly found, but the year that where Christopher Columbus found it was in 1502. So where we say 2023, they say 1502. Because that was many, many years back.
Okay.
Okay, where was I? Yeah, he was drinking the earliest form known of hot chocolate and realized the great value that it had almost 10 years later. Established a cocoa 10 years ago and established a cocoa plantation for trade. He took the beans back to Spain along with the chocolate recipe. Here, along with the chocolate recipe, cinnamon and other spices were added to brew out the bitter taste and sweeten it with sugar. In 1657, the first chocolate house was opened in London. Cocoa was an expensive import and only the rich could afford to drink chocolate. In fact, in France, chocolate could be drank only by the royal family. Up until the 1700s, chocolate was mainly a drink, but in 1830, the first real molded chocolate bar was produced. By the late 19th century, chocolate companies such as Cadbury were mass producing boxes of chocolate. Today, chocolate is a multi-billion dollar industry, and people all over the world love the taste of chocolate. Well, not all people, but all over the world, yes. This industry that will not go away anytime soon. You can even make your own at home. Did you know to make good chocolate, you only need 4 ingredients? Cocoa beans, cocoa butter, sugar, and milk. That is how you make your own chocolate at home. You can buy cocoa butter in the store, milk in the store, sugar in the store, but I'm not sure if you can buy cocoa beans in the store. Okay, so then your first question is, who were the first to grow the cocoa plant? I apologize for that. The load shedding hit and I had to go and plug my inverter. So I'm just waiting for Ngweli to show up. Ngweli. Okay, but Daniel, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So please download the questions that I also posted, and then I'll wait and then answer all of them and upload them back. And I'll wait for Ngweli to come back so I can tell him to do the same. And then Savannah, are you done yet?
Not yet, ma'am. I'm on the last page.
Okay. Just see. You're back.
Why does your comment look like someone painted their nails?
Painted their nails.
Someone painted their nails.
Meaning what? Were you painting your nails? No. But anyway, but that's fine. That's fine. No, I think that's completely fine. Anyway, Inkweli, please download the questionnaire on Google Maps.
I don't see the answer.
The answers are there. They're in that story that I just read to you. They are there. Like the first question, let me see. See the first question. Just find yours. Who were the first to grow the cocoa plant? Tick one. Christopher Columbus, or you see all of those there. They are in there. You just need to read the very first paragraph. You can only, it says tick the right one. So it's a multiple choice. You can tick number 1, number 2, and number 3. And then number 2 is true or false. And number 3 is the one where you have to write in the answers. Immediate payment of that. Did you download it in Gweli? Okay, that's good.
Ma'am, I finished. Ma'am, you're muted.
Lovely, thank you. Let me just check everything for you. Okay, Savannah, I will go through everything that you sent me, and then I will try also to get a link to the Google Classroom to mark it there. And then I think that can be it for today, guys. So Daniel and Ingweli, you would just need to finish the history on chocolate as well as the create a character. And then Savannah, I know well. I know. Let me just say that I know. But they will look into that for you, or they will discuss that with your parents. So that will be okay. And then I will, yes, Ingweli.
Wait, when was the chocolate shop made?
The chocolate shop made. Let
Yeah.
me get that answer for you before we leave. The first chocolate house was opened in London in 1657.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Okay, so then when you guys are done with that, you can just upload it and to Google, and then I will take a look. But that is it for today, guys. I'm going to say goodbye. I'm not sure if I'll be back, but I'll just say goodbye for today. So goodbye, Danny. Goodbye, Ngweli. And goodbye, Savannah.
What?
Bye, guys.
Bye, man.
Bye.